All right, folks. So welcome to our Wednesday weekly training. This is a weekly training that happens from 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. every week, conducted by me. Today's topic is we're going to talk a little bit about some of the tools that are given to us, provided to us by eXp Realty. All right. What you're looking at on my screen, this is called eXp World. How many of you know the name of the company that made this software for us? Who knows the name of the company? Raise your hand. Raise your real hand or digital hand if you know the name of the company that made the software for us. Monique, you know the name, or that's a raised hand from before? It's from before? You're muted. No, you're muted.
I think we have a sister company. I think it starts with an S. Is it Shelby something or something like that?
Okay. This product, this software was created by a company we hired called Virbela. Okay, it was created by a company called Virbela, and they made this amazing platform for us that I'm going to show you. But 2.5 years ago, we actually bought Virbela. So today, Virbela is owned by eXp Realty. By the way, so Virbela made this software and it's working perfectly great, and maybe they'll need some touch-ups here and there. But what does Virbela do now? Well, we actually license our software to other companies. I don't know if you guys know, we're not just a real estate company, we're actually a software company. Did you guys know that? Virbela is licensed to universities. Virbela licenses the software to many companies out there. And if you follow eXp stock, you would have noticed that it went from $8 in March of 2020 to $50 yesterday, which I was looking at, all during the pandemic. Well, what happened during the pandemic? Everybody needed a virtual meeting place like Zoom, and Zoom wasn't the answer for everybody. Zoom is not the right answer for every company. So that's why Virbela got a lot of business, and that's why our stock went up from $8 to $50. In part, of course, real estate is also very hot right now and so forth. All right, so let me just walk around a little bit. So this is me with the orange shirt. This is my avatar, right? You create your avatar, you choose the clothing and the hairstyle and the glasses and all that stuff. I can even turn my avatar around. Okay, I can even turn my avatar around. How do I do that? I click on my name on the top left, Issue Realtor, and I say View Avatar. There, that's me, right? I think the beard could be a little bit longer now, but I made the avatar maybe 2 years ago, so I haven't had a chance to update it. But here's some other things I can do. I can raise hand, okay? And where is it? Okay, give me a second. I can cheer. Okay, and by the way, you can see the shortcuts. You see it says F2 for cheer, F4 for clap, F6 is, look confused, F3 for shake hands, and so forth. F7 for dance. So you don't actually have to go to this menu. You can simply just press the numbers on your screen. So look, I'm going to press F7. Okay, so hold on a second. F7 is where? Here. You guys see my screen? All right, so these are a bunch of things that you can do. And these are fun things, right? That's not really what this is all about. But besides that, let's take a look at what else we've got going on. Okay, this is the welcome area. You have your training calendar here. You just click over here and you can check out the calendar. By the way, these are all real people that are around me. And my microphone is off. As you can see on my screen, my microphone is off. So the people in eXp World are not listening to me right now, okay? And hold on one second. What I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna call from my phone so you can hear my conversation with somebody when I talk to them. 1 second, switch to the phone's audio. 929-436-2866. Okay. All right.
Enter your participant.
978.
You are in the meeting now. There are 8 participants in the meeting.
All right.
Meeting is being recorded.
So here we are again. These are other people, okay? Some of these are agents. You also have some employees hanging around. Like here we have Giselle. She's an agent experience docent. Oh, what was that? All right. You can talk to these agents that are standing around. Here are some featured classes, guys. Here's a class that's coming up. What to know about hiring your first admin. I just hired my first ISA a few months ago. I'm in my 4th year in real estate and I needed an assistance. I hired my first assistant. Simple strategies for online lead conversion. I got that lead from online. How do I convert it into an appointment and so forth? So lots of different classes. Okay, as I walk around, you see. Where it's automatic deposit. So somebody is asking their question.
Accounting support, so just click on go to in the upper left, select accounting, and then accounting support. You're welcome.
All right, so let's go up to this young lady right here, Amy.
Hi, how are you today?
Hi, Amy. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Wonderful. I have a new agent who signed up recently, and he doesn't know how to get his business cards. I can't hear you, Amy. I'm not sure if you're speaking.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know that. That you can share with him.
Okay.
And this will give him all the info here. Now put it right inside of the chat box. And then if he has any questions, he can log into eXp World, and Build a Sign is one of our partners. They print all of our business cards. They'll be inside of the partner hub if he has any questions.
Okay, that's terrific. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Yep, you're welcome.
Enjoy your evening. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay, so I'm going to step back from this young lady. Her name is Amy. Everybody's name is on top of their heads, and you know you can ask the information person any question that you want, like, hey, you know what? It's time to file my taxes, and I haven't received my 1099, or I can't seem to be able to log into eXp World or whatever, right? All right, let's take a look at some other stuff. So. You can walk your avatar like this with your mouse, with your keyboard. Okay, you know the keyboard has those arrows up and down, left and right, right? You guys can walk around the eXp campus and look at different things. And by the way, these are some of the flags of the countries that we are already in. So that's really, really nice. We are in 17 countries and growing. And we have a plan to launch about 3, 4, 5 countries every year. So again, what you can do is you can walk around, okay? You can walk. Oh, I think I have my hand raised or something. Let me lower my hand. Put down hand. Okay, there we go. Okay, now, so instead you can walk around the campus and take a look at all the campus has to offer, but you don't have to walk around. You can simply just go to the menu on the left and go to the area that you're looking help for, all right? So look, I'm gonna go to, we have eXp University, we have accounting department. You wanna meet with our broker, where would you go? You go to the broker staterooms. You have an agent that's coming on to our team and you don't know where they are, where their application is, and so forth. You can go to the onboarding and agent support. Let's go to the broker stateroom and see what happens, okay? Can you guys see my screen? Just nod your head if you can. Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so I clicked on broker stateroom and look what I got. I got the map of the United States and I basically would click on any state. And by the way, you can go to any state broker. Let's imagine Coletta wants to get licensed in Pennsylvania. She doesn't have to wait until after she gets licensed in order to talk to the broker. She can actually go to the PA broker room and talk to the broker and ask questions. All right, so here I'm gonna, or California or Texas. So I'm going to click on New York. And now here, it says a few things. Please click here to sign in. Here it says, please take a number to speak with the New York broker team. And over here, you can talk about payment processing and so forth, okay? Unfortunately, we are outside of the hours. The hours are Monday to Friday, 10 o'clock to 4 o'clock. So even if I take a number right now, nobody's going to be around to help me out. But normally what you would do is you would take this number, you click here, all right, guys, with your mouse, you move it around, you click here, and now as you can see, I'm number 1 right here. And normally an employee would take you within 30 seconds, 60 seconds, but obviously I don't expect that to happen right now because they already left at 4 o'clock. All right. It seems like Matthew is around though. Matthew is one of the brokers in the New York broker office, and he seems to be at work. But I'm not going to bother him right now. So let's go ahead and go to somewhere else. Let's go to the onboarding department, see if they are around, okay? How do I do that? I simply click on go to, okay? I click on onboarding and agent support, and then I say the lobby, okay? All right, this is the onboarding department. I don't know what their hours are. Seems very low. What does it say? Okay, it seems like 8 p.m. So, and what does this one say? Team questions. Okay, I don't have a team question, but I do have an agent question. Please leave your current wait list. Oh, leave this wait list. Yes, I'm sure. And then I'm going to take this number. I'm number 2 on waiting. So once somebody is helped, I will be number 1. Have you guys logged into, who here has not logged into eXp World so far? Hi.
Hi.
I have.
Okay. Okay. So Mohammed is logged in to eXp World. Anybody has, hi. Unmute. Hi, can you hear me? Hi, Vicky. Good. I was wondering if you can update me on the status of one of my new agents, please. Yeah, sure. So hold on one second. Let me just type it for you. So his name is Muhammad Ali Mohsin, or is it Mohsin Ali, I think. Let me just make sure, okay? Okay, give me 1 second, I'll make sure. Okay, I'll make sure. Because otherwise we'll be sitting here all day, right? There we go. All right, so he signed up about 5-6 days ago. I just wanted to kind of get an update. Thank you so much. I'm in New York. Where are you? Oregon. Okay. Nice.
Yeah. What part of New York?
The best part, the Bronx.
Nice.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
Yeah.
You ever get to visit New York?
Yeah. It's a while.
Yeah.
But I went in October 2019, and it's a little too fast paced for me, but it is fun.
Upstate was fast?
No, like the city.
Oh, the city. Yeah, I'm like, upstate was fast?
No.
Right.
And you put his email in the chat box.
Okay. Hold on a second. Can you give me the email address? Comment in the chat. Can you give me the email address? Thanks. I think he's almost onboarded, maybe just waiting for a few things, maybe waiting for a business card. I'm not sure what is going on.
Gotcha.
Just wanted to help him out. Okay, almost there. And here we go.
Okay, perfect. Let's try this.
I probably didn't type his name right because there's variations of the name Mohammed, so I probably made a mistake. Who knows?
Oh, no worries. The joint application.
Okay.
I will say though, there's some really good food in New York City.
Oh yeah. It's a really international city, so you can pretty much find any type of cuisine here.
Yeah. Let's see. I believe that he is active. Let me pull him up. Okay, yeah, it looks like he's active, so he should be receiving his welcome email either today or tomorrow, and that will give him instructions how to set up everything.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, okay, I have to ask a question before you go.
Okay.
Do you ever see any famous people when you're in the city?
I think I saw a guy from Sopranos once upon a time.
Okay. Fair. London with everyone.
No,
Because,
they try.
you know,
I've
yeah.
seen Nicole Kidman like 5 feet away.
Okay.
But that was not in the street. That was like at an event.
Okay. That's cool, though.
Yeah, it was fun though.
That's like
They're probably out in Oregon, by the way, escaping the crowds from New York.
right.
Thanks so much, Vicky. Enjoy your evening, okay?
You too.
Take care. Bye. All right. So that was an example of how to get help from the welcome welcome team, how to get help from your New York State office, and also from the onboarding department. You guys see those blue circles on the floor? In the EXP world, do you see those blue circles? Those are privacy circles. That means only the people sitting in that circle can hear the conversation. Nobody else can hear the conversation. That's what those are for. All right, now let's go to, I'm going to click on Go To, and then I'm going to click on University. Okay, and then it says, where do you want to go? Agent development, self-help, Traction Auditorium, EXP University Arena, Auditorium, Campus, Classroom, Conference Hall, so many different things. Icon Auditorium, Icon Theater, EXP Latino Auditorium, Mentor Auditorium. There's so much going on, right? So NAR Conference Hall. So let's just go ahead and go to EXP University Arena. Okay, let me see if I don't want to have to log in right now. So let me pick a different one for now. EXP University, and where's my lobby? University campus. By the way, Grant Cardone is now part of EXP Realty, and we are blessed to have free classes with Grant Cardone. Right now, this month, it's all about the sales process with Grant Cardone, right? Each month is a different topic and different set of classes. Don't miss out, guys. Pay attention to your emails. These emails are sent out to you, letting you know what the schedule is and so forth, okay? So here I am at EXP University campus. I can walk around. I can look for classes. I can look for signs and so forth. And there's even Conference Hall 1, right? By the way, when you want to enter a conference room or an office, just walk to the door and you'll be part of that. You'll walk into the room. I don't know if you guys know that. So like, here's a door. If I want to leave, you just walk to the door and you walk out. Okay. This is a very, very proprietary technology. This allows me to be in the same room as an agent from California, as an agent from Chicago, as an agent from Mumbai, as an agent from London. I mean, that is amazing without having to leave my house. So I'm not entirely 100% sure, but I believe the U.S. military is also a customer of ours. they also use this program for their training and for their classes. Meaning, imagine the military has some people in this part of the world, and that part of the world, and that part of the world, but the military wants all of them in one classroom. Well, should they all get on a plane and fly to California? That's not very easy, right? Especially if you're in the military. Well, this kind of technology just allows everybody to be in the same room and get training and lessons without actually leaving your home. And we're not talking about watching videos and so forth. We're actually talking about a live class where you can talk to instructors, when you can actually talk to your fellow students as well. Here's the accounting department. Okay, you can go to accounting department support, you can go to accounting department self-help. For example, let's say you're a brand new agent and you got your first paycheck, you got your first closing check, and you don't, before you get we get the money direct deposited to us one day after you get the email. And you get the email after all the documents have been uploaded, including closing disclosure and commission check and all that stuff. But let's say you got the email and you got the money, but you need some help understanding the email. You can go to the accounting department and ask them, hey, can you explain me this breakdown? What about, let's say it's March and you want to file your taxes and you want to know about your 1099, okay? So forth. All right, let's go ahead and go to the welcome center. I'm going to go back to the welcome area and just see if we can get to the education calendar from there and show you some more stuff over there. All right, so I'm back to the welcome area. If I look around, here is featured classes, okay? And you can go to these classes. It tells you, hey, Tuesday, September 7th, 1 p.m. in which auditorium and so forth, okay? So you really want to be mindful of it. There's a whole EXP commercial area now. We have an entire department called EXP Commercial, okay? You have meeting rooms. You have EXP main office. We also have a lot of EXP partners. I don't know if you guys know, but we actually have a home warranty partner. We have a moving company partner. We have a title company partner. We have a mortgage partner. We have utilities partner. And the nice thing is, guys, when you make these referrals to EXP, let's say you have a buyer who's buying a house and you connect them to EXP home warranty department. And if they buy a warranty, you're going to make some money. Okay, when you connect them to the moving company, you're going to make some money and so forth. So be mindful of that as well. Okay, any questions, folks? I know I'm going kind of over a lot of stuff, but do you have any questions? Have you guys explored some of this?
To connect them with those vendors, we send them the link or we send them the name. How does that?
What was it? Sorry?
Because like you're saying, how do we do that?
How do you do what?
Like if I want to connect them with a moving company or if I want to connect them with home warranty.
I see. Okay, got you. What you do is in your EXP SkySlope, there's a place for you to send a referral to the utility company. And you also get an email. Once you have a transaction once you put in a transaction, EXP will reach out to you, and EXP will reach out to the buyer, okay? And EXP will reach out to you saying, hey, Pierre, let your buyers know at Morgan Avenue to expect an email from us. We're going to talk to them about utilities, or we're going to talk to them about home warranty and so forth. So what I like to do is I like to give a heads up to my client, say, hey, you know what, Pierre, somebody from my EXP's moving department is going to reach out to you and offer you their services. You know, check it out, see what you think. If it's something that you're interested in, you know, you might be able to save some money. So I just kind of give them a heads up. Okay. We also have title company. We also have mortgage company and so forth. Okay.
Yes, I was sorry. Can I ask you about the mortgage company and all this stuff? How it really works? So if I got a client and I want to get them approved, I can just go with them, with the mortgage company, the one that we have?
Yeah, so we don't actually have a mortgage company. What we actually have is sort of like a mortgage lender or a broker. It's called Introlend. The company is called Introlend, and what that does is they will shop around for the best rate.
And you said that we get we make money out of it, right?
Yes. So you might get $50, you might get $75 for every successful referral that you make.
I see. Okay.
I always let my clients know, hey, you know what? This could be one more option. See what you like. You know, see if you're interested in it. Okay.
Okay, great.
Yeah, no problem. So Intralend will actually shop around for different rates for your buyer, and then your buyer can decide to go with them, or they can decide to go with one of the local partners. All right, so let me go ahead and switch things up a little bit, and now move away from eXp World, and I want to share with you the education calendar as well as the marketing center. So I'm going to stop my share. I'm going to close eXp World.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So how you're saying Grant Cardone will be giving out classes and stuff, right? He'll be doing classes.
Yeah.
Does it will be happening on eXp World, right? Virtually?
Yeah.
So would the room get filled, or you have enough space? Because I believe, you know, a lot of people will be coming to that.
Yeah, and I would think that eXp would know that too. So eXp does have various capacities. So they have small rooms and they have large rooms. I mean, there are some rooms where it is 10, 15,000 participants.
Oh, okay.
And those do get filled. And if it gets filled, what happens and what ends up happening is that they'll tell us to go to YouTube Live. Because eXp also has a YouTube channel.
Okay.
And that video would be playing on YouTube as well. The only thing is you may not be able to raise your hand or ask questions on YouTube as opposed to in eXp World. Recently, every year we have two big events for eXp. One is called a eXp Expo. That's actually coming up in November 9 to 11 in Vegas. I'm already registered. I'm going. I've been to once before. That's called eXp Expo. And that's a big event. In fact, that's the biggest event of the year for eXp. The second event is called Shareholder Summit. This is to talk about our shares and to talk to the shareholders and talk about what the company's planning, and major announcements are made. You know how when Apple has a program, they have announced the latest phone or watch or a flying stove or something.
Yeah.
Similarly, eXp announces something major at these events. So, but when those events are happening, well, we were always doing live events until last year. And then last year we went virtual, and we didn't go on Zoom. We actually went on eXp World, of course. But then, because it was such a massive event, every agent wants to hear and every agent wants to know what's going on. So then the capacity is exceeded, and therefore they say, hey, you know what? The class is full. Go to this link, YouTube link, and so forth. But I would, you know, something like Grant Cardone, I would definitely think that eXp knows that this would be so popular. All right, so let me go ahead and share my screen. And this is by the way, this is a link that lady sent, Mohammed, and I sent it to you about how to get started with your business cards, okay? Look around it and ask me for help tomorrow. Ask eXp World for help, no worries. All right, name of the game is to be organized. Even in my bookmarks, you can see I'm very organized. I have a whole folder for eXp, and then I have a whole lot of other things. And by the way, I don't know if you guys know, but you know, I like to have a lot of things over here, so then I actually remove the wording right? So I actually like, this is Trello, but I removed the word Trello. I only left the logo. This is Drive, but I removed the word Drive so I can fit more on my bookmark panel. Does that make sense to you guys? All right. So let's go to EXP folder, and then this is what I want to show you, EXP Enterprise. EXP Enterprise, folks, is your one-stop shopping, your one login for almost everything. So if you go to EXP Enterprise, you're going to find, you'll find a link to KV Core, you'll find a link to SkySlope, you'll find a link to the Marketing Center, you'll find a link to download EXP World. You can even share, folks, you can even share EXP World with your fellow friends. I don't know if you know that. You can share EXP World for 2 weeks with other agents without them having to join EXP. How do you do that? I'm logged into my EXP Enterprise, and look right here, EXP World download, EXP World guest request form. You click on it, it's going to open a form, you fill it in, okay? Very simple, very quick. It's just like 3 lines or 4 lines, really, nothing more than that. Okay, let's see, waiting for it, there we go. First name, last name, email, and that's it. The others are optional. Okay, and why? So, and again, why is also optional? What's the reason? But again, only first name, last name, and email is required. So if you're thinking about inviting your friend Joshua to EXP, or you want him to check out what EXP World is all about, you just send this information to our technology department, and the technology department will send him or her a 14-day pass. And you know what they can do in 14 days? They can take classes for free. Okay, that's amazing. And that's a great attraction tool for you and I, so we can attract agents by giving them a free access to EXP World. By the way, those of you who are new agents, I haven't had this conversation with Mohammed, but others maybe can benefit too. Those of you who are new agents, I don't want you to focus on recruitment. Let me repeat it. I do not want you to focus on recruitment. You know why? First of all, it's going to take time away from selling houses. But if you bring an agent, and imagine that agent sells lots of houses, you know how much money you'll make from that agent in 1 year? Only $2,800. That's not going to pay anybody's bills. So I don't want you to focus on bringing agents to EXP. I want you to focus on bringing buyers and sellers into contract. That's it. Get that going for the next 6 months, 12 months. Once you've got checks coming your way, now you can focus on bringing an agent to the company, okay? So please don't spend your time right now talking to agents about EXP. Number one, you don't know enough about EXP. And the second thing is it's not going to put a lot of money in your pocket. We need you to get money in your pocket right away so you can pay your bills, okay? So guys, don't focus on bringing agents to the company, especially if you're new. But once you're not new, absolutely, that's a very, very powerful thing that you want to do. And if you have somebody that you want me to talk to, I'm more than happy to talk to them. May I have the link too? Sure. I will actually post the link right here. Is there a to-do list for new agent best practices? I mean, that's a whole conversation, you know, but the biggest to-do that I can tell you as a new agent, the biggest thing that you can do, and we've talked about this, is focus your time on dollar productive activities. Yes, you got to order business cards. Yes, you got to get a photo. Yes, you got to update your email signature. Yes, you have to do this. Yes, you have to do that. Yes, you have to take that class. And yes, you have to take sexual harassment training. Yes, you have to do all of that. But before you do all of that, or while you do all of that, you have to ask yourself one question, and go ahead and ask this question to yourself right now. Which buyer will I be showing houses to this weekend? Do you have an answer to that? Do you have an actual buyer in your mind? Say, yes, I'll be showing houses to Nancy, or I've got Ahmed, or Joe, or Joseph. Do you have an answer? If you don't have an answer, you need to figure that out first. Why? Yes, the business card is important. Yes, the photo is important. Yes, email signature is important. Everything is important, but we also need to get transactions in the pipeline. What a lot of agents unfortunately end up doing is they don't want to do the tough work of making calls to buyers and sellers. So they end up doing the not so tough stuff, the fun stuff like, oh, I need to design my business card, or I need to make an appointment to get a new headshot, get a professional photo done. Those are fun things, right? Those things are not really going to put, okay. So those things are not really going to put money in your pocket directly as calling buyers and sellers is going to do. So you want to focus on calling buyers and sellers. You want to call them in the first part of the day between 9 and 12. You don't want to go on social media. You don't want to open emails. You don't want to do anything until you make those calls. And these should be non-negotiable. If there's something that you like to do for fun, whether it's watching movies or your special snack or whatever it is that's special to you, tell yourself, I'm not going to treat myself to this until I've done my non-negotiable. This is a must thing for me to do, make 2 hours worth of calls. And if until I do that, I'm not going to touch food because I had my breakfast, now I'm going to make 2 hours worth of calls. And until the 2 hours are finished, no more snacking, no more lunch, nothing, right? So whatever it is, but that's non-negotiable, and you will see business, okay? You will see business. There are a lot of agents out there who are killing it, and I'm telling you, they don't have the smarts like other agents. They don't have maybe the looks as other agents. They don't have the nice looking business card as other agents. You know what they're doing? They're doing what matters. And what matters is making calls. That's all that matters, really. Okay? So if you're a new agent, and if you're not a new agent, you got to get to the basics of making calls. I unfortunately am not good at this. I suck at it. I'm bad at it. But the days that I make calls, I feel so good. Like for today, I didn't do anything. All day I didn't do anything except for 1 hour before this meeting. You know what I did in that 1 hour? I made calls. And I feel so good. I feel so good internally. And I actually had some good conversations. You understand? Yesterday, I didn't make any calls, and I feel like my day was wasted. Okay? I made calls on Monday. Today's Wednesday. Tuesday was a complete wash. I didn't make any calls because life got in the way, unfortunately, and that's just an excuse, right? But Monday I made calls, and I felt so good about it because I made about 2-3 hours worth of calls. I had conversations. And one of the things I'm doing right now, when you call guys, when you call buyers and sellers, don't make it like this. Hey, are you ready to sell? Hey, are you ready to sell? Hey, are you ready to sell? Hi, are you ready to buy? No, they don't want to hear that from you. Have a reason for calling. Give them some value. And I thank Emmeline for this. Emmeline is a team member of ours. Emmeline gave me this idea last week. I've been calling people on Monday, and I've called people today. Everybody, you know what I've been asking? Hey, I'm just calling to check up on you, see how things are going, and I want to make sure that the flood didn't affect you and your family and your house. Boom. I care. You understand? I'm not calling to see if you're ready to sell. I'm not calling to see, hey, did you buy that house? I'm just calling to make sure how you're doing. How are you? How's your family? Were you affected by the flood? Were you affected by the storm? You understand? Whenever that person is ready to sell, they're going to think about you because you've been staying in touch, but you've been staying in touch with value rather than saying, are you ready to buy? Are you ready to buy? Are you ready to buy? Don't say those words. You understand? In fact, they will probably say to you in the conversation. All right. Or they'll say, hey, you know what, Monique, we're not ready. But you know what? My cousin is looking and I gave her your number already, or I'm going to give her your number. See that? So be that kind of a realtor. All right. Let's go back to eXp Enterprise. What's in eXp Enterprise? Look, we have exprealty.com, investor relations, official press releases. We're actually a pretty charitable company too. We do a lot of good work and charity work, so you can learn more about that. Our partners, the moving company, the mortgage company, the lending company, the home warranty company, all of that is here. Okay, SkySlope is a document management system. Your listings go there, your transactions go there, and you can also use that to get signatures remotely. Okay? All right, give me 1 second. One second. KV Core. KV Core is our CRM. That's where you'll get your website. Well, that's part of the website. Okay. How many of you, by raising your hand, hold on, let me see. How many of you have your own EXP website? Except for the very new people. How many of you have your own website? George, what about you, Pierre? You have your own website?
I do have mine.
Okay, good. Calessa has a raised hand. Is that you have a website?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, perfect. All right, so I'll show you for those who don't have a website. I mean, Mohammed, if you're able to log into Enterprise, that once you're able to log into Enterprise, Monique and Mohammed and Carmine, anyone else, you go right here on my left side, optional services, and right here, look where it says KV Core. Okay, there'll be a button here that says sign up. You click on it, it will take about 5-6 days, and then now you'll have your own website and you'll also have your own CRM. Okay? All right, so now let's go back to Enterprise. You have your making it rain. This is lead generation. EXP World we talked about. Once you start to get some shares, guys, as Pierre, you just had your first closing. You should be able to see some shares by going to Morgan Stanley, which is right on your Enterprise. My mouse is there. Okay.
Oh, okay, I didn't go check yet. Okay, I'll do that.
So the free ones, you got some free ones for the first closing. You're going to see that maybe in a month or so. And if you decided to buy some shares with your commission money, you also see those as well. Okay.
How does making it rain works, the lead generation?
There's a way for you to generate free leads as well as paid leads. So you'll be able to spend some money, say $50, $100, but you got to have your own listing. In order to do paid leads, you need to have your own listing to boost it. But you can also generate some free leads by taking links and sharing that on your social media. Let's say you're in Shirley, right? Shirley, New York. So you can go into our system and create one link with all the apartments in Shirley. And now post it on your Facebook. Say, hey guys, here are all the apartments for rent in Shirley right now. They don't have to be your listings. They could be any listings, but when the person clicks on that link, they're gonna see your name, number, and photo.
Oh, okay. So I
Same
can
thing, you
post
can-
like, sorry, I can post like
Mhm.
other people's like listings, house listings on KV Core from Shirley
Yes.
or anywhere else.
Yeah.
When they click, that means that they're interested in that particular property, and I can like contact them about that property, right?
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
I have another question. Sorry.
Yeah.
What's called, so I have a website before I joined EXP, right? I already had a website. What's called, and I haven't like published it, but it's ready to use. I did everything in it, so I was wondering if I should use that website, or if I make a new one. If you want to,
No.
yeah.
So we'll give you the website. You can use that web address if you want. Okay, because the web address that we're gonna give you is gonna be like mohammedalimohsin.exprealty.com. So it's a little bit long, it's a little bit unuser friendly. So if you have a more user friendly email website address, you can just use that as the address. But the website will be given to you by EXP. Why not? I mean, it's included. It's free, not free, but you're paying for it. It's included. So why not just, and it's also connected to your MLS. So all the technological things are already done for you. The only thing you want to do is use your web address, the domain.
Okay.
Okay, and when you're all set with your own website, talk to me and I'll walk you through the steps of how to use your domain, okay?
Perfect.
Okay, if you are in the mentorship program, this is where you'll go and learn more about the mentorship program and the schedule of things that you need to go through, the classes and so forth. If you want to become a mentor after you have had some level of production, this is where you would go and apply for it. All right, let's go into the marketing and branding department. This is the marketing center. You can go to logos, brandings, and signs over here. Okay, and then branding, merchandise, business cards, and more is over here. So let's go and click on first one first. Let's say you want to let's say you want to order signs. Okay, let's say you want to order signs. You go here and say shop for signs. Let's say you want to get open house signs, for sale signs. You want to get those feathers and so forth. You'll be able to do that here. You do have to pay for it, but at least we give you the template. You don't have to use our templates. You can customize the templates with whatever way you want it to be customized. Obviously, you want to make it nice and presentable. You want to make it professional, but also you want to make sure that you're following state rules. And if you're not sure, if you're changing our templates or you're making your own design, before you spend lots and lots of money printing them, you should send it to our broker to review it. Okay, because it doesn't make sense for you to spend $1,000 making business cards or for sale signs, and then it's not state compliant, and the broker notices it somewhere on social media or on eXp World or somewhere. And then they're going to say, hey, this is not good. You're going to have to get rid of this, right? Because the state is going to come down on the broker. So obviously the broker doesn't want the company to be affected. So the broker is going to make sure that you replace these signs. Yes, you can use your own brand on eXp signs or on marketing materials. eXp's name has to be there, and eXp company phone number has to be there. Okay, those are the rules. All right. So that's kind of what it is. All right. That's where you go to make signs. What about if you want to order flags? You can order eXp flags here. Okay, like here, open house, eXp flag, click on customize, and so forth. Okay. Okay, the price is $59, which is reasonable. Pole with, so it's the flag for $59, but if you want to order a pole, it's more, so just be mindful of that. Okay. All right. Sign holders, frames, posters, and so forth. These are sign holders. By the way, you might be able to find some of this stuff for cheaper elsewhere. So, you know, just because you're eXp doesn't mean you should buy everything with this company here. There's nothing special about these, right? These are just metal rods, right? So if you're able to find metal rods somewhere else, by all means, save your money, right? I do, and I would, certainly. All right, here's business cards. Okay, this is where you get business cards, stationaries, folders, and things like that. Let's go to another section of the marketing department. This one is a really, really good one. Okay, so let me see. I'm clicking on login. It says sign in with my eXp passport, which is that one login into Enterprise, by the way. Okay. So listing flyers and brochures, social media, postcards, eXp partners, presentations. Look, go here, presentations, browse design. You have a listing presentation, you have a buyer presentation. Okay, click on buyer presentation. Click on, it says buyer presentation and buyer presentation for mobile phone. So whichever one you want to use, buyer presentation template. So click on it. And then you can start to customize it. Okay, look here, I can go here. Okay, there we go. Bronx, New York, 10458. Okay. And now here, I can go in and type in Ish. All right, so Ismail Ish Kolia. I don't want this email address. I want Ish your, hold on a second. There's a slight delay with the system, so just be mindful of that. Like that. All right, guys, so once you're done changing things around, and of course, change the photo. don't keep the person's photo who's there, right? So don't keep that photo. And then here we go, Ish, headshot, open, and accept the photo, use this image, and there it is, okay? So that's how you're going to make changes. You can change these addresses and things like that. And then here's the pages. You go to page 2. Okay, and then obviously, you know, this is just guidelines, so make sure you make some changes according to you. You know, your story basically says about me, right? And then here's page number 3. You know, this is kind of your history. You know, where you went to school, where you went to college, you know, things that you want to share with your buyers and sellers. Okay. Any questions, guys? You guys are all good? How many of you have explored the marketing center? How many of you have looked at the marketing center? No? All right. So George has done it. Wonderful. Keep it up. Make it a point. You know, on my calendar, what I have is every Saturday or every whatever day, maybe like put a 3-hour time frame. Every week, have a 3-hour time frame for projects. Okay, and I call it projects time. And then in your Trello, look, here's my Trello. Let me see if I can get rid of this. Here's my Trello, and you should have a section for to do, right? So here's my to do. Where is it? Where is it? It was right there just now. Right here. Get new EXP presentation for Ish. Create a campaign for closed clients, prospects, for Spear. Okay, make a video about this. Work on a listing presentation book. These are my projects, right? And then on my calendar, this is my calendar. You guys see it? It looks like controlled chaos. But here's my projects time. Okay. So I have a dedicated time for projects when I say, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I even have time for gym. Okay. I also have time for dinners and family. And I have my time for expired calls, for KV Core calls, for my Facebook calls, for my Trello follow-up, my education, my learning. I want to make sure that I'm constantly learning something. So I go into university and take some new classes all the time too. Okay. And then I even have, again, if you're a new agent, I don't recommend you focus on EXP, but I even have an EXP explain time frame too. So from every Friday, 9:30 to 11:30, I'm going to be doing an EXP presentation for prospective, for new potential agents. All right. So that's kind of what you want to do. But again, if you're a new agent, I don't recommend you focus on recruitment right now. I'd rather you focus on buyers and sellers. Let's get some deals in the pipeline, because a house that you sell is going to put $5, $10, $15, $20,000 in your pocket within 3 months, 4 months, right? But an agent that you bring to the company, and even if they sell lots of houses, and you know that's a big if, right? So even if they sell lots of houses, the only amount of money that you're going to make is $2,800. So I don't want you to focus on that right now. I want you to focus on getting some deals in the pipeline. All right, so marketing letters, video creator, social media. I used some social media this week to welcome some of you, well, to Mohammed and some other people to EXP. I also used Marketing Center to post about recently closed deal, recently in contract deal. All of that came from here. Okay, all of that came from here. And I actually have more stuff that I'm working on right now. So that's where you guys gonna go. How do you get there? You go to EXP Enterprise, which is your one-stop shopping. It's got everything in here. And then once you are there, you click on this where it says customizable marketing materials. If you want to buy stuff like a hat or a mug, like I have an EXP mug right there, or a T-shirt, then you go here, this area, EXP brand store, and it's nice to have. You should definitely invest in one item. Don't invest in a whole lot, especially if you're not working right now or if you're not making a whole lot of money. But a shirt like this, I mean, that's powerful, right? So invest in, or even this polo right here, or this guy polo right here that he's wearing, is amazing. This portfolio is absolutely amazing. So, don't go buying everything. And I think the prices are reasonable. I mean, this is a journal. I don't think that's the portfolio that I was looking at. I don't know. Let's take a look at it. Journal sounds like a diary. So, which is nice to have, but it's not a portfolio. And I don't know if they had a portfolio on the screen earlier. Yeah, that does look like one. So let me see if we can find it. Collections, EXP Pride, stationery. It's probably under stationery. Who knows? Yep, there we go. Look at that, $19 per portfolio. Man, that's reasonable. That to me tells me that EXP is not trying to make money off of the marketing, right? Because they could have made that item $39 and I would have still bought it, to be honest with you. But instead of making it $39, they made it $19. They could have made it for $69 or $79 and people would have still bought it. But, again, I like the fact that they're keeping it very reasonable. I wish they had more photos. They only have one photo, but it includes a 30-page notepad, which is fine. You'll just buy card holder. I do have a portfolio. It's not an EXP one, but I'll show you in case somebody has a question. In case anybody has not seen a portfolio before, let me see if I can stop the share. All right, so this is a portfolio. It's from something else. It's from a convention that I went to. But basically, it's got a little flap, and when you open it, it's got a notepad, and it's got a pocket, and then it's got another pocket, and then it's got another pocket, and then it's got a little business card holder where I have my business cards, and I also have my license. Okay, my pocket card, the big license. $19 for an EXP one is really, really, really good. So kudos to that. Okay. Here, you've had a closing. Anybody who's had a closing so far, reach out to me privately later on, and I'll buy you one. I'll buy you a portfolio when you've had a closing with me, with EXP. Okay? So anybody who's in my team and has had a closing, just send me a message. I will buy you one, and I'll send it to you. I want to be that leader. Okay? And those of you who haven't, maybe you buy your own. Otherwise, you just wait until you have your closing, and then I'll buy you one. Okay? But hey, listen, I want to make sure that I'm here to inspire you guys and help you guys and so forth. All right, let's go back here. So that was the marketing department, and then lastly, let's go ahead and we're gonna finish this meeting in about 4 minutes. Lastly, we have the education calendar. Okay, so you click on the education calendar. One thing I don't like, be mindful, is that the times are in Pacific time. It bothers me. I don't like it. But the times are in Pacific time zone, so you have to minus 3 hours, I think. No, you have to add 3 hours. All right. So like, for example, this class, but I feel bad for the Pacific time people because look, they have to get up at 7 o'clock to join this class. whereas for us, it's 10 o'clock in the morning. All right, so just add 3 hours. Here's a class. This is digital marketing. It starts at 9 o'clock Pacific time. That means 12 o'clock our time. All right. Here's one that says real estate content creators. Here's one that says Icon series, simple strategies for online lead conversion. How do you convert online leads? When we say conversion, converting a lead, what are we talking about, guys? This is a trick question. When we're talking about converting a lead, what are we converting them to?
Appointment.
Appointment, exactly. Leads have to get to appointments, and appointments have to convert to what? Client.
Yeah.
Client through paperwork, right? You don't just want to have a lead, you know, like that lady who called me from Instagram yesterday. She's a lead. I have to now convert her into an appointment. And then once she becomes my appointment, I have to now convert her into a paperwork, into a client. Whether it's a buyer who became my client or it's a seller who gave me the listing, now it's my client. Okay, so that's it. That's all I wanted to share with you today. Let me see if there was anything left on the education piece. There's a whole lot of classes, and this calendar is published weeks and weeks and weeks in advance. Look, this is next week, Monday. Okay, and then here is, you go on, and then here is like Monday the following, September 20th. I don't know if there is a way to search for classes. I don't know if there's a way to like search for classes. I don't see it. They should have had like categories to say, hey, show me all the buyer related classes, show me all the seller related classes, whatever. But I guess you just got to go through the list and see what's coming up. Okay. And then be mindful that this time is in Pacific time. And when you're ready to join a class, what do? You simply click on it and it'll give you the information. Okay, it'll give you the information. It also says copy to my calendar. You copy to calendar, and then it says it's an EXP World 1, EXP World 1 or 1 auditorium. So you go to EXP World, which is this. You go to EXP World, and you go to EXP University. Okay, and auditorium 1, and then that's how you join the class. Okay. You don't have to go into EXP World on your computer to join classes. You can also join it on your phone. Download the app for EXP World. Okay, all right, that's it for today. Any questions?
One quick question. I heard that when you're listing like your presentation, that you should say, if you're a new agent, use the brokerage that you're with. But how do you find out how many properties like EXP sold in Yonkers or in another city, for example? Like, is there some place we can go to look that stuff up?
Yeah, so I mean, there's no exact science behind it, but you can, you know, I mean, I was gonna say you can use MLS. I don't know if I don't think EXP has it. I don't think EXP has it. I think what you can do is you can use your MLS. So I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to open up my MLS. Here's my MLS. Again, there's no exact science behind it, but what you would do is you would go to search, you would go to cross property, quick, and then you would say sold, okay? And then you can say sold in the last 180 days, obviously, and then you've got to go down here. And if you don't have one of these fields, you got to add one of those fields, and then you've got to type in the office ID. So I'm going to type in EXP. Okay, and of course you got to type in the correct ID, list or sell office MLS ID. Let's look up ours. How am I going to look up ours? The Yonkers office, because remember, EXP has many different offices, right? So that's why, like I said, there's no exact science behind it, not that I'm aware of. But here is our office ID. What is it? It's this, EXP RLT01. But this is the Yonkers office, and there's the White Plains office, there's the Long Island office. So there's many different offices. But what I'm going to do is I'm simply going to run a search for Yonkers office. So look, I'm going to go here. What did I do? I go to my MLS, I go to search, I go to cross property. Why cross property? Because it's all kinds of properties. And then I'm gonna click on the button for sold, and I'm gonna remove the button for active, and I will scroll down and I will say, hey, because look, it says 5,000 or more homes sold. Obviously, that's for everything. So I wanna say, no, I wanna know about this office. And now, there we go, 68 matches. Again, that's only that Yonkers office in the last 6 months, okay? Now, if you wanted to do a year, you would just change this to 0 to 365, and now it's 128 matches. I suppose what you could do is, let me see if I could do something else. Let me see if I can find another company. So I'm gonna put this here. And I'm gonna find another company just to kind of play with something. I want to get another office ID, which is right here. Oh wow, isn't this crazy? I randomly clicked on a random property just to get another office, and it also happened to be EXP. This is just crazy. And I was ready for any other office, like it could have been a Remax or anything, but I just wanted to make a point, and the point was, let's see if we can search for 2 offices separating with a comma. That's what I was gonna do, all right? So I'm gonna go again to search, cross property, quick. And I'm gonna say sold, remove the and by the way, if you wanted to see what are the active properties, you would keep the active ones checked on. If you wanted to see which ones are in contract, you would do that too. But let's go ahead and put this ID now, eXp Realty, comma, and then let's get the other one, eXp Realty 01. Okay, so let's see if it works. Yes, there we go. So look, if you know all the office IDs for all the various EXPs in New York, you should just keep it in your Trello somewhere, right? You should just keep it somewhere, and then later on, whenever you want to search, you can perform a search. Look, there's 390 homes that were sold just by 2 EXP offices in the last 6 months. If we go to 365, it's 661 homes. Not necessarily sold. Yeah, it is sold actually, because I did not check rented. If we do rented, now it jumps to 755. If we also include currently in contract, it goes to 1,012. If we also include currently active, now we're at 1,237. Okay, so
Right.
and then you can go to results, and these are the results. Okay, and you can sort it by say, hey, show me all the active ones first, and then show me all the sold ones later, and so forth. But that's one way you would use the same example. By the way, you would use the same example, but instead of putting in an office number, you could also search it for an agent. So if you were curious about an agent, you would follow the same rule, but instead of putting in office ID, you would simply type in their ID. So here's my ID, 40283. And if you scroll up, what's checked in? We have sold, rented, active, and pending. So let's get rid of active, and let's get rid of pending, and let's get rid of rented. I have 23. So 23 sold in the last 1 year. And then if you add rented, 18 sold in the last 1 year. And if you add rented, that number goes to, I think, 23. And then if you add pending, you'll add a few more. And then if you add active, I think you'll add 2 more. All right, so you can actually do that for agent too. And if you wanted to do that for more than one agent, you would just separate a comma. You would put a comma, and then you would put the next agent's ID. All right, guys, I want to stop it right here. Thank you so much for your time. Any last minute questions? Anybody else has any last minute questions?
No.
No? You guys learned something today?
Yes.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you so
Yes.
much for joining. I really, really appreciate everybody joining. Thank you so much. Enjoy your evening, okay?
Thank you, Ish. That was good.
Goodbye.
Bye, guys. Have a good night.